masculine man, take one.
Ooh, what makes a modern day masculine man? When you drink your liquor straight, a modern day masculine man. I pay all the bills, and I tells my woman the truth. Got my shit together, do what I wanna do, say what I wanna say. I won't bend, I won't break, you are not me, and I am not you. I kept it real, so now I can do what I wanna do. Modern masculine man. Welcome to Man School.
Welcome to the Modern Masculine Man Podcast, Mitch. Woo!
What up, family? We already know what time it is. We're going to do the little live test real quick. Do we got good audio? Do we got good sound? I need to know that before we keep going.
Yeah. Say yeah.
Do the talk to him while
I love watching your intro to commercial. I'll be forgetting that it's no cash. You know what I'm saying? It's like he's singing is so good, but the commercial is so dope.
Yeah, what makes a masculine man? What makes a masculine man? The modern day masculine man, Lord. What up, family? Can we get a yeah? If y'all can hear the sound, can we get a yeah? Look, man, we got some good talk for y'all today. I'm wondering why. Oh, my light up top ain't on. Top why I turn the top light on.
Okay, so how are y'all doing today? This great Monday, right? Monday is could be like Friday right now. Don't dread that it's the beginning of the week. It could be any day you want it to be. You could be anywhere you want to be, regardless if you're at work. I had to work today. So yeah, that's my pep talk.
And guess what's so dope? Y'all guys could be anywhere tonight in the earth on this planet, but you are tuned in, tapped in, turned on to us regular old folks. We got a good show for y'all tonight. I believe it's a conversation I want to have that and it's not just about women, it's about men too. It's about blacks and our lack of accountability. Do we got sound, y'all? Can y'all hear us? Can somebody just say yes, we have sound?
I need me one of those fans so I can pop it over.
And I'm hot. The garage is hot. We're gonna have to get a little AC unit or something for the garage. But yeah. Why do you think as blacks we avoid accountability so much? And I'm not talking about just in relationships. I'm talking about on the job. I know me for example. I'm gonna be late until you say something to me. No, I'm serious. I'm going to be late until you say something to me. If you don't say something to me, I'm going to keep being late. Let me check this thing out. Ain't nobody said whether we got any action on the sound yet. I'm assuming we must have action on the sound because ain't nobody said I can't hear. So I'm assuming if we have, nobody said I can't hear, we got action on the sound. But yeah, on my job, I'm going to be late until somebody say something to me. And then when somebody say something to me, I'm going to take it in a grain of salt, but then I'm going to be mad at myself. I'm going to be mad at them, not myself. It's just something about accountability in black people. Just like, say, for example, we got some we call CP time.
Yeah.
Like it's a saying. It's known that black people will not be accountable to your time. It's like, almost like when I was catering, I didn't used to, oh, look at that hair. Good Lord. Yeah. When I was catering, I didn't used to like to cater black weddings. And I'm so particular about my food, right? And I want my food to get done at a certain time. I want to set it up at a certain time. So I would be like, what time is the reception? They'll see like around 7 o'clock. And I'm like, round 7 o'clock? Is it 7 o'clock? Around 7 o'clock? Why you keep saying around 7 o'clock? Because the wedding is at 4, and then we probably be finished up by then, and then we probably take pictures by this time. Then probably after we take pictures, we get over here and probably take this much time to ride to the limo. And I'm like, you have some dishes that need to be served fresh and hot. And if they're not served fresh and hot, you're going to complain. I got a pasta dish here. Everybody loves this #1 stunner. Everybody talks about it. I need this pasta to not sit in here and soak up everything. I'm doing everything I can to keep this pasta. And it's almost like the wedding party don't even get there to 7:40. And then it's like at 7:40, all of a sudden, what do we do when the people's in the step in the name of love? Happy people. Now they stepping their ass in there an hour late, and then somebody gonna say something to me about the pasta seemed like it was a little thicker than it was normally was. I said, ma'am, I asked y'all what time y'all gonna start. Y'all guarantee me y'all will be there by 7:00 for sure. Mm-hmm. And I said, now look, I'm gonna give you a little extra time and you end up there at 8:15. Mm-hmm. Why aren't we accountable? Why do we not care about people's time? Why is there actually a saying for us, colored people's time? Not only do we say, but white folks know about what colored people's time is. I've had a white person say that to me, you on CP time. And I was just like, oh, so fucking offended. But why would I be offended? It's true.
I always say like ish, 7-ish, 8-ish. Like, you know, give or take, but it's more of a take. I don't know. It's funny because when I went to Africa, though, they be rolling in there on CP time. Like, I don't know the melanin, and it's an expectation. So they don't. But now that I think, I mean, it's different if it's like a meeting, even though I would think it's not a difference. But when it's something like you said with catering and food and the way we are about our food, you would think that people would be more serious with that.
Well, I had a college professor. You remember Bendu Cooper? Mm-hmm. She was explaining to me what CP time was and why it's like that. She said that Black people in Africa, before white man came along, what did you need to rush for? Mm. All the damn food was on the trees. You can go outside, you can eat, you can fish. She's like, what did you need to know the time for? You know what I'm saying? White man made that saying time is money. So time is a big thing with capitalism. But if you wasn't making no money and you was trading everything that you was doing, bartering, it's like, hey, I'm gonna get up and the fucking peach is gonna be on the tree when I get out there. Ain't nobody stealing my shit. It's such an abundance. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't about the early worm. Get out there and get them peaches off the tree. Like, man, it's a fucking million peaches out here, man. Why are you out here at 6 a.m. for, man? Where your head, you know? Mm-hmm. And what she was saying was, in our DNA as Black people in America, that's us from Africa. Like, there's a feeling of like, why the fuck do I gotta rush? You know what I'm saying? You know, like in Jamaica, when we're in Jamaica, they slow as hell. Slow. Like, Irie. You know, like, man, hurry the fuck up. Or either when you at the store and the Africans put your change in your hand, $1, $2, $3, $4. Man, count my goddamn money out.
Matter of fact, I counted it with my eyes already.
Yeah, I'm like, man, $2. I saw you get $4. He did. $1, $2, $3, $4, my brother, 50 cents, 55, 56, 57, 58, 450. Man, what the fuck? But I guess what? That's what they say that's what she said that come from. Now, before we even get into relationships, you know how I feel. What do I say about hiring Black people to do jobs?
Don't.
But what do I always do?
Oh, you do. You hire people. Yeah.
And guess what? I get disappointed every fucking time. I get disappointed every time. I'll be so mad. I'll be so angry. I'll be so hurt. No matter what I do, I say I'm never hiring another Black person again. Every time I need some work done, I go out here and I hire a Black person. And every time they don't do something, and it be the smallest, little, most irritatingest thing ever.
Most of it be to me that they be late. So it's like they're late, so they're there longer than necessary. You know what I'm saying? Or they think you cool, and so they start down.
They think you understand.
Yeah, right. And I'm like, first of all, I don't want to talk.
Yeah.
What makes you think I want to talk about that? So yeah.
And then before you know it, it's like, hey man, you're talking about smoking blunt right there. They come in your house, they smelt you done smoked a little reefer, they get comfortable. Hey, bro, it's about hit my little blunt right here. Man, you can't hit it in the house. Oh, I had smelled some herbs, so I thought everything was good.
Remember that time we had that contractor that said he won't come back?
Yeah, because he smelled.
See, but guess what? He was Caucasian.
He was Caucasian.
White
man came in here finna do some work in my house. Left and said, I got something to do real quick. Left and came back, calling his insurance company and said, I smelled marijuana. I won't go smoke around no marijuana. I was like, damn, that's a goddamn lie. But the black guy come in there, they want to drink a beer. Before you know it, they asking you, can they use your iron? I got my son with me. He might if he sitting there and watch TV. You know? It's like there's no accountability to professionalism.
Yeah.
And it's like every time it's like the smallest little shit. You painted my whole house. You ain't put none of my doorknobs back on. And that's the hardest thing for me to do. I don't know why. Every time I try to install a doorknob, I can't get that motherfucker right. You remember, you done seen me install a few and they be on and I be hyped. And then after about 2 weeks, it's like, you got to wiggle that motherfucker. Chris, wiggle
like, can you call a dude back and have him put the knob
and
on?
Now
we got to pay for a whole new
turning them shits catch. It's a grip you gotta catch. There you go. Chris, I'm mad at her. God damn it, because I don't want to reinstall. God damn it, do it. Look.
I can't get in. He got to get up.
There you go.
I told you to turn it.
Now, amongst that, I would be so mad, but every time I hire somebody black, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. It's a level of deviance we have. Do you think it has to do anything with our place in society? Like if we last place, could we be that kid at school that would do shit and throw something just to make the teacher look and the teacher know it's us because we always doing shit and we's the one that start crying and say, it won't me, you always blaming me.
I mean, I don't know if I think other people was like that. I think we talk about it though. Maybe,
but I don't care about other people. I'm talking about the level of accountability. We just said the white man wouldn't work with the marijuana, the Mexican man clean up better. Mexicans came here and did some work in our house. When we got back, the house was cleaner than we left it. We said, hey, did y'all do the work? Hey, we did the work already, my friend. And like, what you mean? We washed the dishes for you too, my friend. You're a nasty guy. Like, God damn, they did clean the house up better than it was. But what I'm saying is, think about this. You got students, right?
Mm-hmm. That's what I was just thinking about.
Yeah, too. You got students. I know every teacher, especially in elementary and even in high school, has a student in class that does something just for attention. Yeah. You know they doing it for attention, and then they get mad and say you singling them out.
Yeah,
shit. I used to be that kid that not necessarily doing some on purpose, but I would get caught. And I would get mad. I was like, why are you always picking on me, singling me out? And I'm the biggest, tallest kid. So, of course, they're going to, who is this? How do I get in the show? That might be get in the show. The Nosy Rosie. The Nosy Rosie show. We'll let you in a sec, Rosie, see what you got going on, see what you're talking about. We just setting the subject up. And maybe you can help host the show or just be somebody up there smiling. You'll be our first guest, Rosie. Rosie show.
You know, it made me think about the student that said, I want you to let your husband come up here and teach so I could do to him everything I do to you. I said, he's not going to let you do that. But then she'll be the one to do whatever the things that she do. And then when I say something, she like, you always got to say something to me. Well, you know, you be doing stuff.
Now think about what she said. She wants your husband to come up here and teach so she can irritate me like she irritate you, which is the actual admission of I'm irritating you.
Yes.
And then say, well, my husband won't let you do that. And then she be like, you always do. That's what I'm talking about. What is that with us? Sir God Blackman said, if the teacher was attractive, I'd act out. He want to be talked to. You know what I'm saying? He want to be talked to. In accountability in male and females, I want to talk about that.
Can I say something? Because it's funny that you said that, because, you know, all my students want my attention the same way they wanted yours. But I will say that my other brown, the other races of students that I have, they are way more accountable. You don't at some point, they're going to tell you the truth. you know, about what they did. That don't mean they're not going to do it, but you could just tell like they care about me. Understanding that they're telling the story or something like that.
And that's the link to come in. If somebody wanted to come in, that's the link to come in. My Hispanic students were the same way. They would, after a while, they would relent. Okay, Mr. Clark, I'm sorry, man. You know, my dad, you know, he made me lay the bricks before I come to work and come to school this morning. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't die on that vine. I have a question. Say, for example, me as a man, there hasn't been many times that I wasn't allowed. I wasn't allowed to not be accountable. And I think men and women have a different lot growing up. And I want to talk about that and then get into relationships. I just can't remember a time somebody won't gonna put belt to my ass or foot to my ass. It's something about boys that like you always gonna get foot to your ass. And you know, I can remember being a kid, right? Boys and girls used to play stuff what I call unisex games. They seem like girls' games, but boys played them with them. Hula hooping. We used to have hula hoop contests with the girls. Double dutching. We turn the rope. Hopscotch, Scully. It'd be certain things that are unisex games that are really kind of girl games, but boys used to play them with them. And if you go over there playing with them girls and they don't give you a try and you say some shit like, they ain't letting me jump. Boy, get your ass over nowhere bothering them damn girls want to jump rope. And it's like you get told, leave them alone. But then if you over there digging in the dirt playing with your Tonka trucks or something, and here comes some girls coming over there, and she's like, I want to drive the Tonka truck, and you like, you don't know how to drive no goddamn Tonka truck. Tonka truck, this shit pick up shit. Got my little man, and she went on there. He won't let me play Tonka truck with him. And you get the same cussing out. Boy, you better goddamn let that girl play Tonka truck with you. What the hell wrong with you? Won't let that girl play Tonka truck. And it's like she be smiling. And it's like as a boy, no matter what, you're going to get reprimanded. You're going to be forced. As a boy, you learn early when you can talk, when you can't talk. You get beat up on the school bus. Your friends beat you up. Like when as a boy, when we first meet somebody, we got to karate each other first. Yeah, let's karate each other. You know, let's wrestle, let's race, let's do something so we can say who the motherfucking leader, who gonna be running the show, who need to know when to shut the fuck up when it's time to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? And it's different for girls. You give me in a synopsis of how girls are treated, and then I want to talk about it because I got an idea. But go ahead.
I mean, I definitely think girls are treated more gentle. Just the fact that we're allowed to cry and have a tantrum, but a boy is not. You know, we tell a boy, stop all that crying, you know, and the crying winds up to be the thing that follows us until our adulthood with relationships with the man saying, stop all that goddamn crying. First of all, he won't allowed to cry, you know, and he was made to have to figure out how to communicate. So in your mate, you know, we start talking about relationships. Of course, you want to be connected to a mate that knows how to talk their way through it. Like, what are you going to do? So that
Sir God Blackman says my sister could play with my stuff, but I couldn't play with hers because it was for girls. Exactly.
Yeah,
it's like boys stuff is for everybody, but girls stuff is just for them. But that's not really what it is. It's saying, boys, you're expected to share and care about people around you, and girls aren't expected to share or care.
But when you're younger, you don't think that. You think that boys will tear shit up.
But you know what? It just hit me. It just hit me. That might be why. I just know in the very same way, you know, girls could play with my shit, but I was forced to let them play with my shit. And I guess it's because, like, as a boy, they don't expect me to have no fucking temper tantrum. They won't let me play doll. They won't let me play doll. They won't let me play doll. But a little girl will say, they won't let me play Jack Rocks over and over and over till mama said, get that girl them goddamn
But let me
Jack
say
Rocks.
this, though, even though it still means it means the same.
But I like your idea of thinking boys may tear shit up, too. I never thought about that. I'm telling you,
as a little girl, you just think so. But this the thing. Playing is playing. Girls tear shit up. We just don't understand what is being done. So we take it like that. And that's why you always think a boy is mean. See, y'all playing with each other. We observing. We don't understand. You know how we be here and you be talking to your friends. So we don't understand that. And you crashing shit. So yeah, we thinking if it's a doll. But boy toys are more unisex, even if it is
cars and trucks.
Cars. You got to get in the car.
They trying to promote a girl to fuck.
Yeah,
give her a doll.
If
everything to do with family.
Yeah, so you necessarily win. So the gender roles are being set through the play, right? However, it still doesn't hold a girl accountable enough and makes her think that what is yours is hers, and that travels into a relationship. When y'all wind up really close, you see it like that. That's why it's easier, I think, for a woman to be selfish in a relationship, but still expect a man to give
to care
so
about
much
her.
Because it's always been like that.
You know, I did something with my daughter. You saw me, and you probably can remember when I did this. I never thought, you know, it was the first time I ever did it, and I realized it was something she did, and I didn't pop her, but I fussed her something. She started crying. As soon as she started crying, I said, "Daddy, sorry."
Yes.
And I was like, maybe it was because she got special needs. You know, I was like, nah, I probably would have did that shit anyway. Like instantly, I was like, "You better sit your ass down," or something. And she was like, I was like, "Come here, Daddy, sorry." And I think women get that a lot. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, as a boy, you get told, "Go to your damn room," and then ain't nothing you can do to get out. I've seen little girls, my goddaughter, or any little girl get told to go to her room, and she come out 2 minutes later. Look, I drew us.
Remember that time I did that? We had an argument. I there going, what is the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
I done decorated and stuff. I was just waiting. He told me, I don't want to see this shit. I was like, damn.
Little kid boy right here. Listen, when I tell you it take time, we at such a great place. You know, the longer you be together, you know each other, and you get to the point where sometimes it just ain't even worth going through it. But it's just like quick story. I forgot what we had an argument about or a discussion about. And I left for some, or I was in the studio. I came back. She had redecorated the whole bathroom. She didn't spend the whole day, went out to Walmart buying shit. I come home. She talking about,
I had a note. I had made a note.
Wrote me a little note and shit. I'm like,
and stuff.
I'm looking at this shit. She talking about, it's your favorite color, blue. I'm like, so you read? I said, I don't, Chris. You done Chris, I don't want to see no shit like this right now. Say you sorry. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow. Man, I tell you, boy, a little girl, instead of saying she's sorry, she redecorated our whole bathroom, talking about it's navy blue and ocean blue, like you like your favorite color. I'm like, are you really fucking kidding me? Like, are you really fucking kidding me? It's like, I know there's been times that as a male, you're going to get your ass kicked. You're going to get punched in the mouth. You're going to get your ass whooped. If you go out here and sell dope as a man, your ass going to jail. You're going to get fucked up, or you're going to get going to hell. Yeah. You could be a dope boy's girlfriend. You get the money and all the trips. The nigga get locked up. You get all the money that's left. He talking about sending for bail. You be like, Larry came and picked it up.
Your number be changed.
Oh, the police got it. And she had a dope boy's baby. Yeah. Get all the money, get everything. Yeah, he go to jail, and then she can say, I'm a single mother left. I need some help.
And go downtown.
And get all the help she need.
Yep. And get you another man.
Yeah. A man can, what am I trying to say? A man could be in a situation where he can't afford to take care of his kids. What they say? You better lock his black ass up. Yeah. Lock his black ass up. Yeah. Like, why a woman can be in a situation, and this is just a society thing. Yeah. A woman can give her baby away. I don't want this damn baby. I changed my mind. Put it in the box at the fire department. They literally got a box at the fire department. What's the time of the podcast? 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So they literally got a baby box. at the fire department.
But you could just wow.
You can pull the shit down and put the baby in. If anybody seen that. So a woman can give her baby away. No accountability. You ain't even got to say who it is. A woman, did you know you can get an abortion under 16?
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
well,
without
wait,
your
under
parents.
16. Let
Yeah.
me see.
Yeah. It was in North Carolina under 16 without your parents. So it's kind of like, hold on now. Where's accountability for that? You can get an abortion, somebody go in your body under 16, but they won't let you damn ride a different school bus unless you get a damn letter, parent signature. Hey, I want to get off
That's
at Keisha's
true.
house. Yo, you got a note?
But you
got a
can't
note?
even they don't even let you go in the exam room with your kids. Like your kids go opt out. Mhm.
Yeah. They want to be actually because they gonna ask you, is you fucking?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Is that why women think men are dumb? Hey, I forgot where we was at when you asked that question. It might have been when you were saying breaking shit. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean that's how we see them as like dumb, not jocks because everybody in the jock, but just like unintelligent. And it's the thing. That's because we're judging y'all play. We're not judging y'all rationally, maneuvering like playing chess in life.
Because I done fixed some dolls before. My little sister's coming to me, my doll broke. And I look at that motherfucker, and I'm smart as hell as a little boy. You know how I got the little thing sticking out in the little hole? You look at that shit as a little boy, you be like, this looks like it goes right here. Twist that bitch back in. First, you're going to put them legs on wrong. The bitch going to be like, and then you learn, you take them off and you refix it. You know what I'm saying? It's just a situation where men are held accountable. You can't get around it as a man. Somebody going to say, hey, man, watch your fucking mouth. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Women can, I don't watch podcasts. I mean, reality TV shows, but in my mind, women just throw drinks on each other. Nothing ever happens.
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna throw a drink on you, and I'm gonna throw a drink on you. Let's go over here and hash it out. I'm gonna throw a drink on her, and I threw a drink. Man, that's a fight. That's a fight. Instantly. Yeah. Someone is gonna pay the motherfucking cost. Yeah. When two men have a disagreement, it's always a low-level threat of violence. That's why men have to establish who's dominant, and it may not be fast or sports or fighting. It may be financial. It may be what am I trying to say? It may be somebody more intelligent than the other one, and everybody did defer to them. For some reason, when I first got to college, I was younger than everybody, but for some reason, everybody deferred to my intelligence.
I wonder why.
My homeboys, they would always be like, ask him this. Hey, ask Grub. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, why these older niggas think, they always defer to me. But they saw book sense as, you know what I'm saying? But then my homeboy Josh, the handyman that dude, we always kind of looked at him like we used to call him Daddy Josh or Uncle Josh. Not Daddy Josh, but like Uncle Josh. He was the nigga that'd be like, nah, man, we ain't doing that. We ain't fucking up. You got some people around you that just ain't gonna let no fuck up happen. I was the one around that was always gonna be like, we gonna get home without getting in trouble. We ain't doing no stupid shit. Man, I'm gonna fight the nigga, man. Let's go. Or I'm gonna get the fuck away from certain shit. That was always me. I was not gonna let us get in no trouble. So as men, we assess each other, and that's really accountability. It's taking account of yourself. Accountability. It's like you can put 100 men on an island, and within 2 hours, those men are going to take account of themselves. Meaning, if you're on an island, we don't care if you got a law degree. Well, I'm a lawyer, and I know. Hey, man, can you do what the fuck does the lawyer degree help us on this goddamn island? They take an account for themselves. You can be a school teacher, man. There ain't no goddamn ABCs on the fucking island. What is it? So if we all on the island, by the time men been in 2 hours, we didn't figure out, okay, that's the motherfucking fisherman guy. That's the motherfucking cracker hunter nigga. He know how to make fire and all that shit. He could be a dumb motherfucker, barely can read. You know, I can't read, but I can start fire. I start fire. You know what I'm saying? I fish, I hunt, I kill. You ever notice that that's how they make the Indians in the movies always be? The Indian be the smartest motherfucker going. He can trail. Them go west. You know what I'm saying? It's like the white man be standing around with all his technology and magnifying glasses. Oh, what are we gonna do? Wonder where them niggas went. Well, the Indian be sitting there, he just be like, bite the grass. Him go east. That's how it always be. So if we on an island, we need to take account of everything. And that's accountability. You can't be the one sitting there talking about you want to be the leader on the island and you can't do the shit that Tonto and the Indians can do. So after an hour on the island, we're going to be decided. Take account. He's the motherfucking leader. You put 100 women on the island. But I do hair. What the fuck does doing hair have to do with you? It's 98 of y'all bitches do hair on the island. Like what? I'm just
They're
joking.
not gonna let it roll up. But something I thought about was
hold on, let me finish my joke because this is a funny joke. I think it's funny.
Okay, keep going.
Yeah, I think let me start back over.
Start over.
You can put 100 women on the island and the bitch be like, but I do hair. I'm just You put 100 women on the island. They're not going to take account for each other. No. They're going to argue. And once they figure out who's the best woman, the crocodile hunter, the one that finally when it come out, well, I do hair. Well, I'm a nurse. I babysit. Then one of the women going to be like, I'm a survivor, the Indian woman. I survive a technique. I hunt, fish, kill animal. Know how to build boats, sell us home, all that good shit. They'll be like,
we gotta vote.
Kill that bitch. They gonna drown her because the other 99 don't want to say what? This woman right here is better than us for this situation.
And that's why we keep, and that's why we keep wanting, like, you can't. Everybody buying wigs and the lashes is getting longer and the eyebrows had gotten darker and thicker and all this type of stuff because you're trying to one up. I remember people would come to me and ask me for a bob, right? And I mean, I'm good on cutting hair and I was doing hair so long, you see it come back again. And somebody like, I want you to do a bob, but I don't want you to do nobody else. And I'm like, you got this style from somebody. Well, I want you to flip mine backwards right here in this piece. I want
a Christy bob from Jim Jones. Yeah. And then said, but don't give nobody else my hairstyle. Yeah,
like it's crazy. I'm like, you didn't make it up. And I did this 10 years prior. Like,
I'll give you a perfect example of what you just said. Hey, dog, you cut fresh, man. Where you get your hair cut? Man, this shit 33rd Street, Rob Lowe, man. Go holler at Rob Lowe. Tell him Grub sent you. We be hype. A woman, where you get your hair done? Oh, she's traveling hairdresser. She come to town. I lost that number.
Yeah.
Women be like, I ain't telling nobody where I get my shit done at.
Used to do that. When I was out. They'll tell me
why you move your shoulder like that, like you was the shit. Like I ain't want nobody to tell.
I wanted people to know, but I was good enough that the word still traveled. But I've had people say, they don't want to tell nobody.
Don't do my friend.
Don't
Keisha.
Do my friend hair
Keisha
like
gonna
this.
Call you. Don't do her hair like this.
Or one person friend like investigate and find out that you the person that do their hair, and they like I asked her and she said.
It was something you had said right before you said that I was thought funny. What did you say before you said that?
I don't know. I don't know.
Let's go back to the comments. Let's see. My guy Richard T. Montgomery II. He sounds like he a bad motherfucker. When you got a T and a second on the back of your name, God, I feel like when you got a middle name T, you automatically something. I just described you as authority. Yeah. Goddamn Fred T. Taylor or Fred T. Anything with a T, and then he got the second on it, not a junior.
He got to stand up for something.
My homeboy, he was a second. Well, his daddy named him a junior, and he ain't like his daddy, so we call him Junior. He get mad. I'm a second, and then his daddy be like, "You a goddamn junior, Junior." He hate that shit. He hate to be called a junior. But Richard T. Montgomery II says men need male influences to understand conflict resolution. We definitely do. We definitely do need male influences. And the thing about it is, males actually address the conflict. Mm-hmm. I say this all the time. Women say that they're emotional. Women are not emotional. They are not. Women use as an emotions as an excuse to stop the fucking conversation. Let me say that again. Yeah. Women are not emotional. Women use emotions to freeze a conversations. Mm-hmm.
That's what we're talking about.
Accountability.
Is being able to do that. We've always been able to do
since
that.
your childhood.
Yeah.
But let me make my point.
Okay,
so say, for example, you remember in our marriage, there were times I would come to you about something and you would say, I'm emotional. And I say, you're not emotional. You're using that emotion to stop the conversation. Mm-hmm. So I could come to you and say, let's talk about the math problem you got wrong. You said 2 + 2 is 5. You were wrong. And instead of you discussing you were wrong, you would say, when I was a kid, math was such and such. I'm emotional.
But it was more than 2 + 2, y'all. No, yeah, I mean,
Chris, I'm making an example. That was funny.
I need more than 2 + 2. You got to give me
7 times
25
8. Look,
plus 6.
Watch this. What's 8 times 7?
63. wait. 49, 56.
There you go, baby. I ain't mean to put you on the spot like that. But it would be a situation where women will use emotions to stop the conversation. I'm going to get mad. And I want you to fight me and hit me. Beat me if you need to. Let's just stop talking about 2 + 2.
It's a temper
tantrum. I don't want to talk about 2 + 2.
But I used to be like, give me a minute. Remember I used to ask you that?
Give me a minute.
That was so I didn't have to do all of that. But no.
But
I couldn't have no minute.
But let me ask you, when you say give me a minute, what are you really saying?
I need a chance to get away from this accountability for a minute.
Analyze myself.
Analyze so I
get my story together.
I could get rational. I called it getting rational.
Boy, my wife could spin a goddamn Charlotte's Web. When I tell you Charlotte ain't got shit on the web, my wife could spin. What you got to do
is start in the middle, right? And then come out through the sides.
But what did I used to always tell you, and this is what women don't realize, and I would tell the children at school too, your first answer, that quick answer that you come up with is always stupid.
Yeah.
And every answer under that can't do nothing but get stupider. Now think about this. You're trying to explain to yourself. Now let me give you an example of what I need. What I mean. Hey dog, I saw Santa Claus on the way over here. See how stupid that sound? Motherfucker, you ain't seen no damn Santa Claus. Now, whatever you say to prove that you saw Santa Claus, it's going to be stupider. I promise you. Yeah, man, I did. You ain't seen no motherfucking Santa Claus. You a goddamn lie. Seen the angels, the reindeers slaying everything. Boots on the motherfucking ground. Y'all ain't seen the Santa Claus had a fan. Boy, that shit make me sick. Boots on the ground with a fan. Cowboys, and that's the only thing I remember the song. I just love the way he said, cowboys and girls. Yeah, but
I think maybe I was saying, did I get it out? But when I was saying, do you think that mothers, did I say that about mothers and daughters? Ahead. So you know how we get to have these tantrums without accountability. We think everything belongs to us, and we'll be allowed to be that until about middle school. Mm-hmm. And then that's when the mother and daughter dynamics get worse, because now the selfishness that you've let this little girl grow to have is so big that it's violating your everything in the house. Yep, got everybody emotional, right? On this roller coaster with them. Do you think that that's probably why that happens?
I definitely think
like it's the first time it happens in a girl's life. So why we act like it don't?
I think I juxtapose it to a man. Say, for example, I've always been under some strict supervision.
Mm-hmm.
I was in my mama's house. Then I went to college. I was under the supervision of my coaches.
Mm-hmm.
Then after you graduate college, you know, you get a job, you're under supervision of your job. So I'm always answering to somebody. I always got to answer to someone.
Mm-hmm.
I think other than once a woman don't have to answer to her mother anymore,
she feel like it's over.
She's always going to know how to smile and deal on the job. So, and especially once she becomes a mother.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like there's a certain level of shit. I'm somebody's mama. You can't tell me
Tell me shit.
I'm responsible for somebody. You can't tell me shit. So it's always a situation where I have always had to answer to somebody where I would actually lose something, lose a scholarship, lose a job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I think that has a lot to do with it. You know what I'm saying?
My man can't be like, I got a kid. I don't got to answer to that because we carry it.
Because somebody gonna bust your ass. You could tell you could say all day, hey, I'm somebody's father, nigga. Who gives a shit? Wow.
Yeah.
like don't nobody care.
Mm-hmm.
It's like with men, because you have to protect and provide.
Mm-hmm.
There's always, what are you doing? Are you affecting my ability to protect and provide? What are you doing? You fucking with my money? You fucking with my family safety?
Mm-hmm.
That's where the conflict come in at. You know what I'm saying? I look at it a lot to do with childhood play too. Childhood play. The way boys play as children, it's a winner. You know, boys play games. We gonna race. We gonna fight.
Yeah.
We gonna wrestle.
Mm-hmm.
We play basketball. There's always a winner.
Yeah.
So where the way boys play, you get used to losing, used to realizing I lost because it's my fault. I need to get better. I need to work harder. You can't blame it on her turning the rope.
Mm-hmm.
See, girls play different type of game. I'm gonna get into that. She fucked up on the rope. You know what I'm saying? So it's like with boys, by the time boys are playing, after you lose, you be mad or you be sad, you want to fight, but there's always a result to it.
Yeah.
So there's a level of accountability to working hard. Mm-hmm. Whereas girls play games that are, what's the word I'm looking for?
Got a lot of gray area in
well, collaborative. There's no winner in baking cakes.
Yeah.
We don't actually eat the dirt
Yeah.
cakes. My dirt cake, mud cake's better than yours. Dressing, the things that girls play, there's no winner.
Mm-hmm.
So say, for example, by the time boys are playing and a conflict of interest happen, they can fight it out or talk it out or race. Let's figure it out. Shoot the ball for it. Mm-hmm. And somehow, because we want the game to keep going.
Yeah.
Whereas girls playing doll or playing tea set or baking mud cakes, there's no winner. Yeah. So the second you have a conflict, I'm going to take my motherfucking doll and go home. I'm going to take my tea set and go home. Yeah. There's no need for us to keep playing because there's no final result in the game.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it a lot. It's like, so as a girl, you don't get to learn to deal with conflict as much as a little girl because it's almost like, number one, you're encouraged to be a lady, not to fight. Mm-hmm. They don't mind you tattletelling. Yeah. And like I said, there's no full winner to the game. So there's no reason to sit here and say, well, you didn't like me and I ain't like you. Yeah. But since we playing dolls, let's talk it out because we need to get the dolls up the hill. So it's like, shit, I'm gone, you gone, bitch. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That's so true. That's so true. That's so true.
Dr. Richard said the Black community doesn't lack accountability; it lacks infrastructure. I can deal with that. I can see that we lack infrastructure. You know what I'm saying? But when I say accountability, I'm saying you could take it down to the smallest level. Like I said, for some reason, I'm gonna test the motherfucking clock at work.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
heard that.
I'm going to test the clock at work. When I said test the clock at work, the first few days I'm going to be on time. Once I kind of feel the vibe, it's like, oh, yeah. I know I can be late. I know I can be here at this time. You know what I'm saying? Sometime I think, do we have like this, and I hate to say slave mentality, but when you look at your ascribed place in society, and if you look like you down, there's a thing to want to go against the establishment. We love Scarface. The motherfucking guy that went against the grain. He didn't work no 9 to 5, man. He ain't do it the regular way. He used criminality to make it. It's like we cheer on the criminal. You know what I'm saying? Even in our music and in our TV, you know what I'm saying? All the money 50 Cent got, all his shows is about this damn hanging y'all fucking with me, boy. That's that OCD in me, boy. I'm rubbing this motherfucker. I'm like, damn, I got to bite that bitch on camera. Like, yeah, but say for example, there's a certain level of criminality that we like. You know what I'm saying? Even in our music, and a lot of times people say we were influenced by different people. But my grandma used to have these records. Even back to, she had these records on like a spindle, like they were, what's the word? Cylinders, silica or whatever. Long story short, you put them on and spin the thing up, and they would spin. Oh, my baby got the clap sitting right on ass. She was on baking on, shaking her ass. She got a big willy, and we all gonna party tonight. And I used to be like, and I used to be listening at this shit as a child, and I could always go back. You know, my sister got all this stuff, you know, and I used to be, the older I got, and I would hear people say, yeah, man, the Jew man made the rap music and the rap music and the Jews and Eazy-E and Ruthless Records. And I was like, no. My grandma got records about foul shit before we was even on the radio, before the white man ever got involved. Oh, big long stomach and big long dick. They take him on the bed. And I mean, they would say the most southern countryest, nastiest shit. A big leg woman, a big leg woman. It's like shit like that. Like that. I like big clits. I'm just playing that.
You got the There's Another Me song. But look,
yeah, but you can go on YouTube and type in early 1900s, late 1800s black music, and I was like, God damn, we were singing some bad shit.
I was thinking about, so something has had to change, because if not, it wouldn't be a big deal if that boys can hit girls now. Like, we wouldn't be taught, if girls was never just getting away with stuff and it wasn't an issue, then why would we tell boys don't hit girls? That you can hit girls now. You get what I'm saying? You got people that say that.
Well, you know, this is new parenting. For the most part, American society still feel like a man hitting a woman, your ass. Donald Trump just passed a law. That's a first degree felony for beating up a woman. So, but I get what you're saying. I know the younger kids are taught, but she hits you, hit her ass back. You know what I'm saying? And I was saying that before, the person that said about the it doesn't lack accountability, it lacks in the infrastructure. And I was like, we're talking about accountability, and the accountability conversation has changed, because now a boy is starting not to have to be as the younger generation as accountable. You see it in schools, like a boy you hit a girl, right? But also too, we also got more bitch like boys. Yeah, because these boys are being babied. The newer boys are being babied. Yeah, my guy said something good. Go ahead. And girls are more tougher, because the mother-daughter dynamics is, I think, stronger, like going against each other, because you're letting the little girls grow up so fast. Yeah. It was a lot of things I couldn't wear to a certain point. So I'm not going to be arousing, per se, my mama's boyfriend, because I'm not in booty shorts and a half bra walking around my house twerking all day. Yeah.
That's happening in elementary school.
We're gonna put that on the boyfriend though. I'm fucking with you.
No, I'm not. I know that. I mean,
you got this little girl walking through here in these booty shorts.
No, I know. But I'm talking about the dynamics. No. I'm just saying the dynamics. Some of the things that a mother and daughter could get into earlier.
Yeah.
Like if a mother is jealous of her daughter, you got women that put their daughters on social media saying we twinning, like you're not trying to say this is what my body used to look like.
I think that's a form of
that's
of jealousy.
To me. Then that's the same thing as what I'm saying.
I call that reverse jealousy. I'm showing my daughter off. Look at my twin. What is it? Yeah. Oh man, it's this new thing out, and I saw one of my homegirls do it, and I hit her up, and she got mad at me. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Like me and my daughter twinning is showing what you used to look like. Basically, it's this my daughter gonna be a fine woman challenge. You seen it? It's kind of like it show they daughter saying it say something like, they narrate it say, sometime I look at my daughter and she don't even know that she's going to be a heartbreaker. She's one day. And then it show like 5-6 pictures of her teenage daughter. And I be sitting here like, your daughter going to get ran the fuck through. Because for you to even think that, to be showing her off saying she's done it, I wish I could find it. Do anybody know what that challenge is? It's really like saying, my daughter gonna be able to get money and use me, and it's like she don't even know the power she gonna have. You know what I'm saying? And
the sad part about that is just the same way we buying wigs and bags and whatever, anything that could get some women more attention, they will do it. No different than their new eyebrows.
Yeah, it is literally a challenge saying, if she only knew the pressure she was going to be able to apply one day. And it's like for you to have that mindset, to show your daughter and for you to be thinking that you already fucked up. She already done got a bad example for you. Yes. The accountability in parenting, you know what I'm saying? I say all the time in the Black community right now, our single mothers who are being left by the fathers are raising studs, gays, and thugs. Like literally, that's what they're raising. Bad gangsters, girls that's lesbians, and boys that's gay. You know what I'm saying? And there's no level of accountability to it. Meaning, like, say for example, that's the old saying: if a single mother raised LeBron James, I did everything. That ain't had nothing to do with it. But if he turned out a prisoner, it's because of the daddy. Yeah. And one of my biggest things for men that I hate when a man, well, I ain't gonna say I hate when a man, but when a man get to complaining and whining about child support and taking care of his kids, I secretly be coming. I be making my own babies in my drawers. I love when a man cry and whine about shit because my granddaddy used to tell me you can make yourself a slave to your own dick. Mm-hmm. I have such a hard time, especially with co-parenting, the lack of accountability. When a man get to talking about she trapped him, she just wanted my baby, but man, you are the first line of defense. Yeah, don't come in her. That's the first step. Man, she said she was on the pill. She said she was going, man, she said any motherfucking thing. Mm-hmm. You are the first line of defense into not making babies. Can't no woman get pregnant. Never if you don't come in her. Never. You are the first line. And I hear so many guys complain about women ruining their life, and they do it 1, 2, and 3 times. And that's the biggest situation. I always say what my granddaddy said. My granddaddy said, boy, it's hard to buy 3 chickens. Now that's what he's saying. When you got a baby over here and a baby over here and a baby over here, he really saying you got to take care of them all, but it's hard to buy 3 goddamn chickens. Mm-hmm. It's easy to get 1 chicken. It's hard to buy 1 chicken, but it's hard to take care of 3 households. But I see so many men complain about how the girl trapped. Man, you came in her. You left your seed in her. You did that. You are the first step in this. Mama's baby, Papa's maybe. It's mama's baby. Man, I see guys all the time.
Well, that part
13-year-old son, 14-year-old son would make you take care of a kid that long. I'm going to tell you what I think real quick. And that's what I told, not my homeboy, but this guy I know, he was going through that situation. And he said, man, I found out after 12 years, my son won't mind. I said, 12 years? You done paid all this money taking care of this child 12 years. I said, why you ain't get a paternity test? I said, keep it real. Y'all had some kind of side agreement worked out where you ain't had to pay child support, right? See, that's what women do to a lot of gumps. She'll tell them, you ain't got to pay child support if you just give me this much. And he be so happy that he ain't got to pay child support that he give her money, help her out, and it don't even be his kid.
Yeah, because if you go get child support, they're going to make you take a paternity
test.
Just to be sure.
And a lot of men don't never want to be forced to pay child support. So if they were sleeping with the woman and the baby's skin looked similar, they'll accept that this can be my kid and I'll help you take care of it, blah, blah. Call me when you need some, but don't put me on child support. I didn't realize I was seeing this thing. It was saying, I'm not sure it is. It was a social media meme, so I can't trust it. But it was saying child support take 1/3 of your income for every child. So if you make $1,000 and you got one child, they take $333. The kid might not get it all. But if you make $1,000 and you got 2 kids.
I don't know. I wonder, anybody out there know? That seemed like a lot.
God.
But, I mean, at least like a little extra for each kid. I could see that. But 1/3 for each kid, 1/3 off of what? You get what I'm saying? Like
1/3 of your income.
I know, like off the top, and then 1/3. Then after they get
like I said, I can't even get into that. It was a meme. So if y'all know, but the point I'm making is, it's a lot of situations where men are trapped and stuck in situations that they want to blame the woman for. And like, you did not have to do that. And it's a lot of situations where I feel like if kids, I say this all the time, kids need to know their birth story. Parents need to be accountable to their children. So their child can know the situation they're coming up in. Not your mama is a slut bitch or your daddy a ain't shit nigga. Me and your mama or me and your daddy, we didn't even like each other like that. We was just sleeping around. So that's why it's hard for us to get along. I have an animosity towards her. She has an animosity towards me. And it's very hard for us to get along. And instead of just goddamn dogging the other one out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Just be accountable for the situation. That's one thing about me. I was talking to my homegirl the other day, and she was like, well, you act like you don't never get sad or depressed. You just happy about everything. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah. I said, I am. She said, well, how you happy about it? I said, because I don't. First of all, I was telling her, because I ain't got some church motherfuckers looking over my back that I'm trying to lie for, and I ain't feeling like I'm a hypocrite. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
I'm accountable to my family, my wife, and myself. I'm not thinking about everybody else. The funny thing is, people out here be worried about people that don't even have to be accountable to.
Yeah.
Think about this. People kill themselves, be depressed, and make all types of decisions. My fans. Yo, motherfucker, you don't have to be accountable to your fans.
Yeah.
You just thinking of what they're going to say about you. But at the end of the day, your career, I'm like, I would think if I was a celebrity and some shit went down, I could be like, well, hey, I didn't have a good run. Like Meek Mills was, I didn't fuck Diddy didn't fuck me. I'm like, Meek, before you do all that, hey, Meek, just, hey, I had a good run. I'm about to retire. I had a good run. I ain't finna tell people I ain't get fucked in the ass. Because this is what I believe. If you have to tell the world or explain that you didn't get fucked, we believing with everything in us you got fucked. The guy that said he didn't fuck me, we said he
Yes,
fucked
he
you,
did.
or he fucked you.
Yeah, like if we say that, we're gonna be like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a certain situation when she was saying like, why can't I be happy? I'd be like, because the decisions I make are what I really want to do. And there is no right or wrong for me. It's not like I'm a motherfucking psychic that I can predict what's going to happen from a decision I make. I just know when I make a decision, I'm making that decision out of what I think is the best for me. And if something don't go the way I planned, I ain't going to cry. Shit, I made the decision. I went left. Shit ain't go like I was hoping. So I went left. I take my licks. That's what old folks used to say. Take your licks. Take your licks. You know what I'm saying? That's what they used to tell us as a little boy. Take your motherfucking licks.
And it's back to what we were saying. That's what y'all always taught. For the most part, take your licks.
Take your licks.
And it's been okay for us to dodge, like little girl running through the house. I mean, kids run through the house too, but it's just, what's the word? Dodge, like get around the problem. And that's rather it is crying, throwing yourself out on the floor, rather it's drawing a nice picture or baking a cake. Like there have been so many instances as a kid that you're allowed to get around it. So it's learned behavior. And so like, say for example, you know how you talk about your 7th grade self.
Yeah.
Well, if your 7th grade self is who it is, the characteristics that you build along the way, when that is not addressed, it's like, I ain't even know for a while how to respond.
Yeah.
If I won't doing that, it ain't feel like nothing. Like, you know what I'm saying? So if it ain't feel like nothing, is it worth talking about?
Yeah, I just look at it where my entire life, I've seen situations of people not wanting to take their lick and blame any and everybody for the situation.
Get it up off of me.
I've seen men brag, or not brag, but talk about their street life and their prison term, glorify it. And then one day you said, man, what's up with that job? Man, they don't get no felony, no. Hey, look, man, are you glorifying this shit or are you using it for a crutch? You know what I'm saying? Like I've seen so many brothers when they explain why they ain't doing what they want to do now in life, they can tell you about their 7th grade story, their mother, their father. Listen, we all been through some shit. I guarantee you, everybody has their own dysfunctions. Everybody has their own traumas they went through. But guess what? That has nothing to do with me. You remember I used to tell you that growing up in our relationship, and I used to be like, I ain't got nothing to do with you, with your father's relationship. Like, we'll work it out. I'm gonna be here for you, but I didn't do that. I did not do anything.
Yeah, like when you're carrying the baggage from what one person did, and then you are treating the other person bad based on, or some, just funny acting, prejudging the other person based on what you experienced with somebody else.
If I raise my voice, you know what I'm saying? And me and my wife, we don't argue a lot, but when we do raise our voice, you know what I'm saying? I've never cursed at her, like call her a bitch, motherfucker, but I curse, you know what I'm saying? And if I say something, if we would get to arguing, I'd be like, man, it's some motherfucking bullshit. Oh, she going
why
to
you gotta say it like why
real, you know what I'm saying? Cause of what she's heard about her father and her mother. And I'm like, I ain't mad like trying to beat you up. I'm saying this some bullshit, you fucking with me. Or I said, man, that's some stupid shit you talking. Why you call me stupid? Or you know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not calling you stupid specifically, but that's me, because one thing, I grew up in a house around a lot of domestic violence. You know what I'm saying? And I always had this idea, if you ain't hitting somebody, you ain't hurting somebody. But then Justice said, man, that's some stupid ass shit you talking. The older I got in our relationship, I'm like, okay, Just because I ain't hitting you, I'm yelling or being mad. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get it. Now,
But
do I think I'm a verbal abuser? No, but when you goddamn just talking loud, some people got bad nerves. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I had bad nerves. Now, but like, it's funny though, because it's about how you view what's happening. Because I am the person with friends that people be like, why you gotta loud talk me, you know, being from New York and stuff. And so I never even thought that I would be so taken back by that. I thought that I could, you know, just talk. Like, I'm from New York, everybody's loud, we all loud. So I don't know, but into that situation, I was like, that's how I felt. And then I remember I was telling my homegirl, I was like, I think people don't think about how the conversation feels when y'all almost standing toe to toe. And I said that because she's short, so when she is in those type of situations with a man, she feels like a damsel in distress, like a little girl. She's so little. When they talk, she don't feel like that. But when you kind of tall up like me, and I mean, I know you still a lot taller than me, but still now it's like, wait a minute, you know what I'm saying? It feels even more
posture,
aggressive.
Even in the posture, like the way you used to walk up on me or something, I'd be like, no, I know this girl from New York, but I'm still a 6'6" big man. You know what I'm saying?
I mean,
like,
I was
like
that's how we walk.
You walked up to me. I'm looking down. Like, there's men have a certain response. Somebody said, "Hey, Chris, are you ever intimidated by Jay's intelligence?"
Oh yeah, I am. And we talked about that last week, and you was like, you didn't know how much I really felt like that. So if you check out last week, you'll get to see that. But he's the first guy that I ever found so intriguing, so smart. Some could be, I also have been around a lot of guys from the street, and although we like to throw around the rhetoric that a street guy is so smart because he could count numbers and stuff, I wasn't having very much intriguing, enlightening conversation with any men that were like life-changing, what we're going to do, you know what I'm saying, about the future type stuff. So the kind of conversations we had changed, and that's when I realized how much I really did not know. So also too, when I went to college, I'm still in college now, there are a lot of professors that don't know what you know. So, you know. Yeah,
I wouldn't, and I always say I'm a learner, you know what I'm saying? I'm open-minded. I try to look at everything, you know what I'm saying, from an open mind, especially that's why I like Donald Trump. Donald Trump was the first person on this earth that ever said the news was fake. I always looked at the news like the news real. Hey, this is Ted Koppel. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, this is World News Tonight, 6 p.m. It's like the way my grandma and them sat around that shit was like Jesus was on TV.
But look, so
I would have never thought the news manipulates.
Oh, yeah.
So I think that's where a lot of my intelligence came from, even
when all
in 2014, when Trump said that in 2014 that the news was fake. I was like, hold on. It really made me start looking at everything different. But as far as like, how many questions do I average right on Jeopardy?
Oh, a lot. I don't know.
Bob, you should know my average though. I can't believe you don't know my average.
I don't know, but you get the second
26,
round more.
26.
The second round, you be getting all of the second round.
I get maybe double Jeopardy. First one, I be fucking up about 4.
You got to
maybe.
Get warmed up.
But second round Jeopardy, I be on their ass. I don't know why I be turning their ass up like that the second round. Look, Cameron would have said pause. He be turning their ass up. I'm talking about the Jeopardy game. But yeah, man, there's a level of accountability that I wish that we had in relationships, that I wish that we had from parenting. Man, let me tell you one thing, boy. I had a conversation with my mama, boy. It was the funniest shit. Her first response was the funniest shit I ever heard. Because for some reason, as blacks, when we think we on the hot seat and we ain't in trouble, won't like I was gonna whoop my mama, like I ain't buying your shit else for Mother's Day if you don't tell me the right answer. You know what I'm saying? I can recall saying, "Ma, I want to sit down and have a conversation with you." She said, "About what?" I said, just about somehow some of the decisions you made, affected my childhood and me as an adult. How the hell any decision I made when you was a child affected you as a goddamn adult? Let's see. You picked my daddy. You picked my daddy. Sorry, motherfucker. Let's start with that one. You know what I'm saying? But that's what my mama said. How the hell can her decisions affect me as an adult? I said, Mama, you picked my daddy. She bust out laughing. We had a dope moment because she bust out laughing. She like, boy, damn. I said, yeah. She said, boy, I started defending that shit in my head before I can even think of this shit. Like, she's telling me, well, how about, well, where we lived at? Your job. How much money did you bring? Your level of education. How much did you push education? What about supervision? Your clubbing, all that shit. But the first thing she said, how the hell my decisions affect you as an adult? You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's amazing. It's like so many situations where even me as a parent, you know what I'm saying? Situations where I have disciplined or jumped the gun and didn't want to apologize to the kids or pick that shit up. You left that. I'm like, oh, okay. Goddamn, pick it up anyway. Instead of saying my bad. I never forget a situation. Quick story. We was on this field trip. I think we was going to Pullen Park in Raleigh, and all of us had on red Northside Elementary School t-shirts. And Wendell Hargrove, me and him was about the same size. We was always rivals, jumping around, kicking each other's ass and shit. And his mama was so damn fine, and he thought my mama was fine. So we always kind of be in each other's mama's face. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So Wendell mama had told him, sit your ass down a couple of times. And I ran over there with my little red shirt on. We about the same height. He had a little Bill Bellamy cut like me. I'm just playing. I keep looking at myself instead of looking up there. I ain't gonna never get a fresh lineup before I get on here no more because I keep looking at myself. Gay Peacock coming out. But she had told him to sit his ass down a couple of times. So I called myself, want to run up there in her face. And boy, she hauled off and slapped the fuck out of me. Bow. Didn't I tell you sit your black ass down somewhere, boy? And boy, I didn't even cry. Slap. I said, and I looked at my mama. You saw it. That bitch slapped me, Mom. You finna fuck her up, ain't you? That's how I looked at my mama. My mama said, don't worry about it. He needed. I probably was going to have to slap his ass for the day over with any damn way. Boy, I went off in the corner and I ducked in the corner. Boy, that was one of the saddest days in my life. I cried so hard because my mama let this motherfucking woman slap me and ain't do nothing. Ain't said, if she'd have said, oh, I understand. You thought that was your son or something. She said, don't worry about it. I was going to have to slap his ass before the day was over anyway. I said, boy, that shit right there fucked me up. And as a parent, maybe she should have set me down and said she's sorry for the lady smacking me. The lady was trying to tell me she was sorry, and mama was telling her, don't be goddamn sorry. You know what I'm saying? So I think we need to be accountable more as parents for the decisions we make.
And I think that we need to make sure that we hold our young girls, our daughters, more accountable so that it won't be so hard for them as they grow older. I mean, yeah, I think that's why women are not friends like that too. Like, this is just, it's hard to have friendships when none of us are being accountable to how we feeling, what we done said about each other, if we jealous of each other or not. You know what I'm saying? It's just, we not held accountable. It feels really big to have to do that now while you're older, after you've been thinking you don't have to listen to nobody no more because you left your parents' house, right? You think that everything that your man has belongs to you because you've always been made to share. So when somebody start telling you how you need to be accountable and don't be crying and don't be upset, that's a big deal to a big baby.
Yeah, I literally used to be like, Chris, what is wrong? I know I got homeboys that'll spend more money on their homeboys than they spend on their baby mama or their kids. You know what I'm saying? I'd be like, man, you just threw 1,000. You got 1,000 ones in the strip club and you complaining because your baby mama called you and asked you for some money. You used to fuck that woman. That woman carried your child for 9 months. If you care anything about your motherfucking child, give that woman some money, help that woman out. You in here throwing hundreds of ones at women that you don't even know, walk around with these fake BBLs looking like ants.
Yeah.
It's so many things that we need to be accountable for.
Yeah.
We're going to get up out of here. My wife told me something, and I think I'm going to start doing it. My wife said, showcase your music.
Every time. Showcase
your music. It's like cross promoting. I'm going to play one of my jams before we get out of here. This song is called The Abortion Talk. And it's actually me featuring my wife. And I wrote this song because I really wanted to speak from a perspective of what a man would want to say to a woman if she was going to have an abortion. Like, what would he really say? How would this conversation go if a man could be honest and tell the truth about how he feel? We're going to play this song and then we're going to get a question from the audience. So y'all stay tuned. Let's see what we got.
I'm a professional trainer, and here are 4 reasons I wish I...
Let's let that little ad get on up out of there real quick. Y'all tell me what y'all think. This is called The Abortion Talk. Let go.
Hey, Trey.
Do you really want this baby? Do you really want this baby? What do you want me to say? Before I start, do you want me to speak to your ears or speak to your heart? Cause I need to know before I say my part. I need a real conversation, not just throwing darts in the dark. Cause the shit that we be saying, they be hitting this mark. And I understand, it's time for me to grow up and be a man. But I'ma keep it real, ain't really had no dad. Ain't really got no plan, ain't even got no past. So when this shit go bad, we be out on our ass. And just to keep it real, I gave you money for pills. And what you go do, you went and did your nails. You asked me if I'm mad, shit, I'm mad as hell. Trying to make me a father, and I'm thinking why I bother. Goddamn, baby, you a hell of a daughter. Karma came back around, you get it from your mama. We even started off wrong, cause you be talking that drama. Cause last week out in the streets, I like to kill your brother. Do you really want this baby? Do you really want this baby? What do you want me to say? And then the whole fucking world says she look like me. And I'm going out of my mind cause my eyes can't see. You been ducking 2 years, now it's going on 3. We started off going raw, now we cooking the beef. Damn, you ain't had to do your boy like that. You ain't had to go to court and try to take my check. You ain't had to take my taxes, I ain't get shit back. Going through this and that and I ain't seen her yet. It's like I'm trapped in a hell, living life with you scorn. You're throwing light and trying to fight and I'm in the eye of your storm. But I've been saving up some paper, now we going to court to settle the score. Cause I don't want to keep going to war. And girl, I thank you for all you've done. And I'm so sorry, I was so young. I know I fucked up, but those days done. And now I'm grown up and I can't thank you enough. Want this baby? What do you really? 'Cause baby,
What do you want me to say? You gon' do what you wanna do anyway.
do you really want it? I'm
You gon' do
asking
what you wanna do anyway.
do you really want it? I'm asking you.
Yeah.
Do you want
I just wanted to express my
Appreciate y'all.
feelings. You know, y'all just be having babies and don't be asking us nothing. I got that off my chest.
Thank you for being tuned in, tapped in, and turned on to the podcast. We appreciate y'all. We will see y'all tomorrow, hopefully with my brother Trav. We'll see y'all Wednesday with Miss Carla Nicole. Peace.